We're going to take a look at how to do a net sheet on the EnV Title website, and it's envtitle.com. Just look at the top, very simple to find. This is a title company in San Antonio, but you can use this net sheet for anywhere that you're at. This is, I know a lot of title companies have apps. This is just a little bit more in depth. It lets you kind of take advantage of it that way. So all you do once you hit envtitle.com, and it's Echo November Victor title.com, you go to net sheet, and it's going to open up in the net sheet section. Now you just make a free account. If you don't have one, of course, I have one real quick. I'm logging in. Once you have a free account and you're in, then it's going to say right here in NetSheet. Now there are some other things you can do here, which is really great. You can check multiple offers. You can get an estimate on closing costs for buyers. You can also use farming to get emails, phone numbers, names of different areas, communities over the whole U.S. It's a really good tool. We'll have to do another video on the farming tool of it and show you that. The seller net sheet, this is one we're going to look at today. And once you click and open up, it's just going to say, the seller's name. I'm just going to put test. And this is just an address that I used to live at years ago. So don't stalk me and try to hunt down my old neighbors. They won't appreciate it. And there we are. So you put in the address, you put in the seller's name. It's a residential contract. Now for the transaction type at the bottom here, what it is sale with mortgage. So you're going to say, okay, this is a sale. It has a mortgage. I'm going to say the list price is $310,000. The existing loan balance is $250,000. And the closing date, if it was a contract, we'll say it's November 26th, for example. And then right here, you can see it's a regular title policy. That's what that means. And who's going to pay it. So this is interesting here. I like this options where you can change if the buyer is doing a more traditional, like more aggressive offer. You can have the buyer pay title, or the seller is the one who usually would pay for their own title policy. So this is just, again, since it's a seller net sheet, you can kind of go like that and see. And then once I have the basic info in the bottom right, I hit calculate. And the good thing here that I like, it has your HOA right here. So you can also put in some HOA fees, everything like that if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it at $200 for HOA. Now this is where you can adjust the commission. I'll put 5% commission for the broker split, and then you can put your tax rate. I'll leave it at 2.3 just for the way we're kind of looking at it. And then you hit calculate. Now once you put the basic data in and it's pulling up some data ready to go, it makes it very easy for you and your client to look at it. Now one of the things that I do like that they have, if you go, let me show you real quick before I jump into that. So right now, everything like it is, with no seller concessions and nothing like that, here's the details. The seller is going to walk away with about $34,620. And as you can see, it has closing costs, existing loan balance, etc. So with the broker fees paying off all that, you'd be right around $25,000 closing costs for this home. And here's a title policy. This is set by the state. You can't do that. And here's your basic settlement fees and all that. Now, if you wanted to change something, say you wanted seller concessions, you just hit edit at the top here. So again, I just clicked edit. And then now I can start to add fees. And one of the fees I can do right here is a seller concession. And then I'm going to calculate that. And here it is. Now I have a seller concession in there. And let's say they wanted $5,000 in seller concession. I can put that in there and then just click add fees. Oh, let me go back to there, sorry. And then I'm just going to go right there. And then now, as you can see, this changes it. When I add this extra fee, we're at $29,000. Let's say I make it $10,000 for seller concessions. It automatically changes everything, or make it at 0. And you can see it's real life. So if you have this open with your client, if you're talking about how different offers affect different things, you can go in here. Let's say it's 8,000 seller concessions. That's great. So I have 8,000. Now notice I don't have a home warranty. So then I can again add fees, HOA cert, which is a home insurance. I don't want that. I want to add a fee here. I'm going to call it home warranty. And let's say the home warranty is $750. I'm going to add that fee. And then I'll calculate. And there it is. Now I have my home warranty fee. I have my seller concessions. It's real easy here. You can just quickly add a fee. You could add survey. You could add anything else. Anything else that might happen in the contract that you might need to play with or change, you would add in there. This gives you a really good option when you go through. As you can see right here, it now shows a different number. And then I can just go right here, delete that fee if I don't want it, and it'll take it out of the calculations. This is a very easy to use net sheet, very simple. And when you go through your contract, you can quickly add the fees you need. And if also you want to add documents, you could do that. See if I go add documents. Right now I only have these two. I can add all these other different type of documents if I really want to get into the, the real wild stuff. So this is good if you have a death certificate, power of attorney, all that can be added into the contract. So this lets you put a lot of bit together and get it right. Now down here at the bottom where it has supplemental detail, it shows, different type of policies. So what this means, if you bought the home for 310,000, your Texas survey policy, your title policy, I mean, would be for 310. It just gets you those kind of answers. And then the mortgage policy, because that's what's being financed, is 248. And then names, number of names over 5, da da da, and you can go through there if there are over 5 people on the contract. And then you can change any of these things that you need to. But this supplemental is usually pretty solid. You don't need to mess with that unless you're a title person. Mostly you're going to be right here and change any of these basic stuff. And again, we change the broker fee right here, change the property tax right here, change the HOA dues right here if we want to prorate them at all. And then you can have everything set to go. This is a really simple, easy way to do something in practice. And then if I go right here to save quote, it's going to load up. And now that's in my saved. And then the good thing here is if everything looks good and I'm ready to send it in, all I do is hit place order. After I've saved it, when I hit place order, it shoots out to the title company and they start the contract. Very easy and simple. I don't have to worry about doing anything else. And then right here, if I wanted to download it, I hit download. It's going to go ahead and save that and download it to me. And see, here it is. This is what it looks like. So when you present it to your client, you can show it to them and it'll be right there. Or I can email it to myself and have a copy of it that way to work with the client. And there it is. I can look at all that. And then here it is, boom, ready to go. So this is a really easy way to go through, build your net sheet, work with the title company that you like. And of course, I know you're going to like EnV Title. It's a great title company. So again, envtitle.com. They're in Maine, San Antonio, Laredo. They're spreading all through Texas. They also have an education schedule here, but the main thing we're looking at is the net sheet. When you look at the net sheet, you just hit new, you follow the steps like we showed you, and it's good to go. Now, if you had something else like multiple offers, you wanted a buyer estimate, you wanted to refinance offer, any of those things, see multiple offers, you just go here, and then you would put it in. You'd be partnered with San Antonio, marketing EnV, etc. And as you can see right here, offer 1. Put in closing date, contingencies, offer 2. And you can add as many as you want. And then it's going to go through. Let me just put test again, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Now I'm going to put in that same address before of an old address. And we did remember we did 310,000. We said we had we say 180,000 on the existing loan balance. So right here, it's a mortgage. Offer amount was 315. Closing date, you just fill these things out real quick and easy. And then if you want to pay for anything else, you could. And let's pretend this is the same thing. And this is what 315. We'll say this is 316. And the closing date would be 27th. And then you could go right here and calculate. And it's going to calculate between multiple offers really easily for you. We're going to let it load up and we'll show you how this works. And there it is. Then I can adjust my fees. I was saying 5% for the broker fees. Here it is. All that looks good. I'm going to hit calculate again. I just left the taxes and the HOA fee the same. Didn't mess with that this time. Then when it goes through and it calculates that for you, I'm going to let it show. Here it is. So offer 1, see net proceeds 109, net proceeds 110. And then you can kind of see it. Both of these are a little over asking. It shows the price, the closing cost, and you can just skip back and forth between the two offers. And you can add as many as you want, and it has this quick, easy breakdown so your client can see where everything is. And the good thing, if you come in here, like you can see, I can edit the offer easily. I just go edit, I add seller concessions, I add home warranty, anything else I need to put in there, and then that would change my price points depending on what offer. So this is a real easy way to go into multiple offers and check multiple offers. And the same if you go here to buyer estimate, you feel the same thing and it would tell your client, how it kind of works. All that's the same. That's really good. We'll do one real quick just so you can kind of see it. Let me see, 3403. Grab that same house. Okay, and this would be transaction type. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's a $310,000 home. And then if you're going to earnest money percent, we're going to say 1%. So that would be that. And then the closing date would be right here for 20. Oh, actually, it won't be on Thanksgiving. So the 26th. So there you go. So again, home type, we're going to say single family home. And then you're going to say right here is going to say who pays for the owner's policy. We'll do agent default, which means usually the client, each person pays for their own. And then you're going to hit calculate, and it's going to load up. And then it will give a quick buyer estimate, and we'll do the property tax at 2.3%. So you kind of know where your property tax is. That's just a rough one in the area. And then as you can see right here, based on that, with a sale price of 310,000, sorry. And you can see with the type of loan and everything, we're doing 20% down right now, but we can change all that. And then as you can see, it has all these numbers, property tax, closing cost, and right here it has interest rate. You can even put in the interest rate. Let's say it was a 5% interest rate. It automatically changes your number and lets you know where you are. So it's really cool, and you can change these out as much as you need. Like I said, I can edit it. And when I edit it, I can change all my down, all the amount, everything. And then it gives you a really easy calculator. Let's see, yep, we can just go through and tweak it all. Let's see, if we need anything else to tweak. Just peeking real quick to see kind of what we can put. Okay. There's 1% earnest money. Looks pretty good. All right, and then you have your amount. So as you change it, and the new loan amount, let's say that we only didn't put 20% down. Let's say we only put 10,000 down, and we have a 300,000. If I do it right, $300,000 loan at 5%. Now we can see what our payments would be. Now for principal tax, property taxes, let's say that that was like $2,500 a year, and then it starts to change it. Oh, they did per month, did it? So let's do 250 per month. And then we can go through and we can just change it. Boom, boom, boom. You can see it's very simple. As you go through and edit this and play with it and change it, it automatically gives you a payment calculator. So this is really easy, and you can include this in PDF. So when you send it in, it'll say, okay, here's your payment monthly calculator. And you can give this an idea quickly for your clients to kind of know. This is closing costs with so much down, et cetera, et cetera. Hope that gave you some good walkthroughs, some different options. Again, we're not going to worry about saving that one. But then again, we went here, then on the top, since I saved that one before, here we go. I saved these test ones. And then right here it says saves. And here are some other ones we were playing with. So you see save ones that I have written down. You can kind of go through and play it and check it out. And then you can place an order if you want to and reopen the documents once you save them. So it's a really good way to go through, kind of check it out, hit save and see what's in there. Then you can jump back once you have a rough idea for your clients. So you get it in when you're doing your presentation for your listing presentation. You go in, you build it, you get it ready, you load it up, and then you send it to your clients ready to go, and then they can take over from there. So I hope that helped you give you some good ideas with the seller net sheet, some different options that are out there and different tools. We'll talk to you soon.